You can just go.
Right then, guys, so I said I would leave this video till tomorrow morning, but I've had a shower, all the articles have come out, and I just think now let's just get this over and done with, and we don't really have to drag this Zubimendi stuff over into another day. So if you're aware, we were live on the AKM Live episode 13, I think, and this news broke basically from Spain that Zubimendi had rejected the chance to join Liverpool. I have already done a little bit of a video on that regarding the first tweets that came out from Fabrizio Romano, Ornstein and Joyce. But now we do have some articles from Paul Joyce and David Ornstein. Also, the two Liverpool football journalists that you really should be paying attention to. And there is a thread here that they've obviously been fed by the club. But before we go into that, I just want to give you a little quick reminder to like this video, guys. Leave me a comment down below. And also, if you do find this video of any interest to you, please subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all the latest Liverpool news. So we'll start off with the Joyce article, shall we? And I will share with you now the title from that. So here we go. Let me just move myself over. Here we go, guys. It says here that Liverpool may end midfield search after Martin Zubimendi snub. The Real Sociedad midfielder has rejected the chance to move to Anfield, leaving the club with a shortage of options in the number 6 role. Now, just to quickly go over the article a little bit more in full, it says here that Zubimendi has rejected Liverpool's advances and opted to remain at his boyhood club, Real Sociedad. Liverpool were originally informed that Zubimendi was prepared to leave the Real Sociedad this summer, but the 25-year-old has backtracked on that decision after being put under pressure by Sociedad to remain loyal. It is unlikely at this stage that Liverpool will switch their attention to an alternative midfield target, with Zubimendi having been targeted because he suited a specific profile of a number 6 for Slot's squad. Having been told he would be prepared to leave in this window, Liverpool made an opportunistic attempt to sign Zubimendi. The view of the club is that they have Ryan Gravenberch, Curtis Jones as potential partners for Alexis McAllister, while Dominic Szoboszlai and Trent Alexander-Arnold can also play there. Wataru Endo is a more destructive number 6 and looks unsuited to the demands of the new coach, having not been favoured by Slot during pre-season. There is also 17-year-old Trey Noyoni, who is highly rated. Zubimendi has previously been targeted by clubs of the caliber of Barcelona, Arsenal and Bayern Munich, without leaving Sociedad, a club he joined at the age of 12. Despite that, Liverpool have been assured the Spanish international, who featured in the Euro final, was ready to take the next step in his career, compiled background checks accordingly. However, Sociedad made it clear that he would have to force his way out of the club by personally triggering a 51 million release clause in his contract, and that they would not negotiate with Liverpool. The collapse of Liverpool's interest means they remain the only Premier League club to not sign a player this window. They are monitoring the Valencia Georgia goalkeeper Georgi Mamadashvili, who is rated in excess of £30 million. So that is the first time we've actually seen Paul Joyce acknowledge the existence of this claims surrounding this goalkeeper. As I mentioned on the stream, I would not be surprised if Liverpool signed this goalkeeper. However, I did add the caveat that if Liverpool end up signing this goalkeeper, I think it does start to signal the end of Alisson's reign as Liverpool's number 1 at the club. He's got three years left on his contract. Next year would be the last time you could really start to get some serious money for him. So I reckon That's interesting that Paul Joyce I didn't even know that. That is interesting that Paul Joyce has now touched on that goalkeeper rumor, and that is something we spoke about in quite big depth on the stream tonight, guys. So if you haven't watched that already, go back and give it a watch. It was a bit of a lengthy one, but please go give it a like at least anyway. And then lastly, guys, we'll touch on the David Ornstein one, basically saying that Zubimendi will remain at Sociedad. We already know this. The Athletic reported that Liverpool were exploring a deal for Zubimendi and that Sociedad were expecting him to go. Liverpool pursued the deal. For Zubimendi did initially believe he wanted to do it. However, he's now changed his mind. Any deal was also complicated by the 51.7 million release clause needed to be paid in full. Liverpool did identify a new number 6 as the club's main priority in the summer transfer window. Zubimendi came through Sociedad. We know that already, and that's basically it, guys. So I think the key thread that we can take from this, in all fairness, guys, is the fact that the media are being briefed that Liverpool will not be moving for another number 6. I find that hard to believe, especially given how Michael Edwards used to operate when he was at Liverpool. All you've got to do is look at the time when we signed Tsimikas. We were very close to signing Jamal Lewis from Norwich at the time. We were playing them off a bit against each other. Lewis seemed to be the number 1 target. That deal didn't happen, and we fell back onto Tsimikas. So I reckon Liverpool already have another target in mind for who they want to come in as a number 6, based on the stats that we looked at on this channel on the live. I would say that someone like Alan Varela at Porto, or there's also another midfielder. I think he plays for Stuttgart. Is it Stiller? But he's very young, very raw. Them two seem to add up to a bit more of a Zubimendi type midfielder. Obviously, they're not Zubimendi, but they add up. They're a very similar mold to him. But also, you've also got to look at Ugarte and Edison at Atalanta. You can't obviously rule them out either. But anyway, I would be surprised if Liverpool didn't go and sign the number 6 now. And the fact that Paul Joyce has mentioned that goalkeeper as well is very interesting as well. Very, very interesting that that's being touched on by Paul Joyce. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Please leave me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on Liverpool missing out on Zubimendi. Give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new here. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.